Welcome to the deep dive. We've got some really interesting material you sent in, focusing on, well, the actual language used in logistics day to day.
That's right.
And our goal today is to kind of get to the heart of it all. We thought, let's follow a single shipment, hypothetically, and see what comes up.
Exactly. It's about getting practical, seeing these concepts actually in action, like someone in the field would see them.
Okay, sounds good. So, first big concept, tracking a shipment. When people in logistics say that, what are they doing?
Fundamentally, it's keeping tabs on goods, watching them move from where they start, the
Oh,
origin, to where they need to end up the destination.
keeping tabs.
How? Well, logistics teams use different tools, different systems to get that visibility. Think about like when you order a package, right?
Yeah, I get the tracking number.
Exactly. They scan barcodes at various points, and more, there's GPS giving real-time location data. So these systems, they allow for like constant monitoring.
Okay. So it's like having maybe a digital eye on it the whole way.
Precisely. Yeah, a digital eye is a good way to put it. And knowing where it is allows you to manage things proactively.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were watching our shipment, we might see, say, an initial scan when it leaves the warehouse.
Yeah.
Then maybe confirmation it's loaded onto a truck or maybe a plane.
Right.
And then you'd see check-ins at what we call transit points along the route.
Transit points. So like stops on the way.
Basically, yeah.
Mm.
Intermediate stops, could be sorting centers, transfer hubs, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Places it passes through before the final delivery.
Got it. Now, things don't always go perfectly, I imagine. Deliveries get delayed. So what kinds of delivery challenges pop up?
Oh, yeah. This is really where the problem solving kicks in. I mean, shipments face all sorts of unexpected issues.
Like what?
Well, imagine our shipment hits a massive storm.
Yeah.
Roads closed. Or maybe the truck has a mechanical breakdown. Happens all the time. Then you've got things like customs clearance snags. If it's crossing borders, goods need inspection, approval. Sometimes just the paperwork holds things up. It's actually pretty fascinating to see how the whole network has to adapt.
So it's not just about tracking the location then. It's also about having backup plans, being ready to troubleshoot.
Absolutely. That's a huge part of it. Logistics folks had to be really good communicators.
Yeah.
Talking to drivers, warehouse teams, sometimes the customer directly.
To figure out what's wrong and how to fix it.
Exactly. Understand the problem, find the best way forward. Maybe that means rerouting the shipment entirely or finding temporary storage if you need it. And, crucially, keeping the customer in the loop about any delays.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's say you have refrigerated goods, like produce. It gets stuck at customs because of, I don't know, a form error.
Right, that could be bad.
Very bad. So the logistics team has to jump in, talk to customs, maybe quickly arrange temporary cold storage nearby, and definitely let the recipient know what's happening and when they might expect it. It shows that real-time adaptation you need.
Okay. As we've been sort of following this imaginary shipment, certain words keep coming up. You said origin, destination just now, transit points, customs clearance. Are these some of the key terms, the vocabulary?
Exactly right. You're kind of naturally bumping into the language they use every day.
Hmm.
The goal isn't really to sit and memorize a list, but to see how these words actually function,
Mm.
how they fit into the process of moving stuff.
So origin is the start, destination is the end.
Uh-huh. And all those steps in between might involve those transit points or dealing with customs clearance. It becomes intuitive when you see it in context.
Right. So if we wrap this up a bit, we've basically taken a mental trip with a shipment. We've seen how it's tracked, thought about potential roadblocks.
Yeah, the hurdles it might face. And hopefully, through that, you get a more, let's say, tangible feel for how logistics works, the processes, the language they use. It's always a balance, really, between careful planning and having to react quickly.
It really does make you think about the complexity behind just, getting a package delivered, something we often just take for granted. You really appreciate the problem solving involved. Thanks, this was insightful.
My pleasure. It brings up something for you to think about maybe. Next time you get a delivery, just pause for a second. Consider that whole hidden network, the journey it took, and all the potential little fires that might have needed putting out just to get it to your door.